Another night where I try to flee these pain-filled eyes. A red man stands by my side. He says, son, don't you know I can make you fly? Lean a little closer and I'll tell you a secret. Let us make a deal, now you can take it or leave it. Well, I only ask for your heart and your soul.
Welcome back to another episode of BSing Sports, where we do a little BSing and we talk a whole lot of sports. Did I get that one right?
Using my line.
Yeah, I am using your line, dude. I think it's more of like a podcast phrase at this point. Unless you want to go ahead and get it copyrighted, and then I'll pay you 10 cents every time I say it.
On it.
Deal. But yeah, welcome back to another episode, guys. As you noticed, I've altered the intro a little bit. Bill, why don't you go ahead and tell us about good old Tim here and his little name we got going on there?
Oh, yeah. So we have, as you guys can see down there, Timmy, what was seasonal host, is no longer our seasonal host. We've decided to bring Timmy on full-time. He will be part of the BSing Sports podcast, which leads us, obviously we're super excited to have Timmy on. He's been really good. He's been an objective opinion, which we really needed. Ryan and I agree way too much.
Yeah, excited. That's the word.
Yeah, very excited, which leads us into the next bit of information.
Yeah,
Ryan?
Our only gift to Timmy was that he gets to change his name to Tim at BSing Sports. That's all he got. Anyway, so the reason for that is, one, we needed the objective opinion, and it's nice having Tim on the show. That is the primary reason. However, with some big news coming from the show, we are expanding into a network. We are no longer going to be just BSing Sports, the show. We are going to be BSing Sports Network, which entails, us, recruiting sponsors, other podcasters, things of that nature. So there's going to be times where Bill and I may not be present for our show. I know that's heartbeaking to all the fans that have been following, for the whole time, especially me, because I have the best beard on the show. But, so there's going to be times, and we needed a more permanent face to the show, one that's going to be around the whole time, should Bill or I not be there, or either one of us be there. Maybe Tim will actually run a show by himself one day. So congratulations. Welcome to the team, Tim. For those of you that have followed the whole journey, it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. Bill and I are doing a lot of work behind the scenes to make this network happen. So any extra support that you guys want to give us, every share, every like, every comment, any subscription, anything to help us out at all, is always greatly appreciated and in helping us expand our stuff. That being said, Tim, the other part to your gift is you get to take over this show. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what we're talking about today?
Well, before I do that, I want to say thank you to you guys that added me on full-time. I really appreciate that. And I'm more than ecstatic to help you guys out whenever you need it. Thank you to the comments that I've seen already. Really appreciate it. But today's show, we really are, as the title says, Wild Wild West. So we will be talking about the NFC West and the AFC West. We're going to start with the AFC. Guys, how do you think this division is going to go this year?
You're hosting, Timmy. Tell us who's talking first, buddy.
Go ahead,
No pressure. Ryan.
All right, so the division as a whole, it's going to be exactly like the title of the show says. It's going to be Wild Wild West. You think about all the free agent acquisitions that came in through the offseason. 90% of them were with the AFC West, and most of the big trades were as well. Khalil Mack going to the Chargers is huge. Russell Wilson going to the Broncos is huge. Devontae Adams to the Raiders is huge. And then really, the Chiefs didn't make any big-time acquisitions, so to speak, but they drafted well. They drafted Sky Moore. They drafted a corner whose name I studied before the show, and it literally just slipped out of my head in the first round. The Chiefs actually probably have the biggest loss in Tyreek Hill, which, on paper, the Chiefs would have always been a favorite to run away with the division, and now it seems a little bit more even and parred out for the course. Generally speaking, this division is going to be wild. It would not surprise me if every team went 3-3 against each other in the division. I don't think that would surprise too many people. Do you want me to give my overall prediction, or do you want me to wait until the end?
Wait until Billy goes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, as a whole, as a division, Ryan really said a lot of it. It's going to be a close division. I have them ranked all very close together. I think you'll be surprised the order to which I have them in. However, I do have every team ranked very close together. I think 3 playoff teams come out of this division. I said it. You heard it. I believe it. 3 playoff teams come out of this division. And it's probably one of the strongest divisions in the football league right now. And it's going to be a shootout from start to finish. All 17 games are going to be needed. I firmly believe that. And yeah, I'm excited to watch it go down.
All right. Before we go into predictions, I want to know who your top fantasy player on each team is.
Top fantasy player on each team. I mean, I feel like the Chiefs and Chargers are super easy. You've got Mahomes and Herbert, 1-2. I feel like it's hands down simple. Those are going to be the top 2 guys.
Kelsey's also up there for the Chiefs just due to positional scarcity and lack of competition, so to speak, for targets.
I would agree with that. I think Herbert is a clear winner for the Chargers. Some people can argue Eckler. I don't see it this season, especially with Isaiah Spiller going to be taking up some of his reps. You've got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Mike Williams is huge boomer bust, so it just doesn't stand out to me. So Herbert, I think, is the runaway for the Chargers. For the Raiders, I mean, it's either got to be Derek Carr or Devontae Adams, right? Devontae Adams, fun stat, has 4 drops in his last 374 receiving targets, I think the stat was. Now, obviously, Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback throwing him the football for most of those. But that's still a pretty amazing stat, 4 drops in that amount of passing attempts in his direction, reception attempts in his direction. So it's either Derek Carr or Devontae Adams coming out of the Raiders, and then for the Broncos, Williams. Not Wilson, Williams.
Okay.
I'm the exact opposite for the Broncos. For me, it's Russ. Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams are still going to split touches. In practice, it's been reported about a 55-45 split, which is probably right about par where I thought they would be. Wilson obviously elevates everybody on an equal plane. So I think Russell Wilson.
Jeez. There it is. No, hold on. I got it.
We get to it. We'll get to it, Jake.
Yeah, we'll get there. I don't know what he thinks they're going to win, but I wanted it on purpose.
I will handle the comments. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, but for me, it's Wilson. No, Ty, definitely not Javonte.
Definitely
Very dark horse. This is what I like to see, fellas. Thank you for the interaction, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, for me, it's Wilson on the Broncos. He elevates everybody the same, and Javonte just won't get enough solo work in the backfield for him to stand out just quite yet. For the Chargers, it's Herbert. Allen's probably the next one up for me, just because he's Mr. Consistent. He'll be a top 12 wide receiver. Devontae Adams for the Raiders. He's easily their best pass catcher. And I don't necessarily have faith that Derek Carr is elevated all the way into like a top tier status. So, but Devontae Adams has enough, behind his under his belt that he is the best weapon on that team. And then for the Chiefs, it's like I said, probably just due to positional scarcity and lack of target competition. It's probably Travis Kelce for me, but.
Yeah. Obviously, Kelce is the number 2 there.
You can bring up Ty's comment. I didn't.
So,
sorry, I'm trying to get to the banner thing that you've got going on down here. I'm waiting for Timmy to pick a specific team so I can pull that one up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Raiders first.
Raiders first. Boom.
You would do it backwards of the picture.
Tell me what you think about them, guys. Go ahead, Bill. Like your overall opinion.
All right, so I've got the Raiders. The offseason acquisition of Devontae Adams. I know they gave away a lot of picks, but obviously Devontae Adams is a heck of a talent, and he's going to make Derek Carr better. He's going to make Hunter Renfrow better. He's going to make Darren Waller better. He's going to make the run game better. Just being on the field, he's going to make all these things better. So I think Derek Carr has a better season than he did last year, where he went for 68.4 completion percentage, 23-14 touchdown interception ratio. And the running back by committee isn't something that I typically enjoy. However, Kenyon Drake showed a lot of great flashes last year. Josh Jacobs is a really good running back there in Oakland. So for me, the Raiders are finishing at about 10-7. in their division. And I believe that they are one of those 3 playoff teams coming out of the division.
I actually also have the Raiders finishing at 10-7. That's pretty funny. A couple different reasons.
Why Tim needed to be here.
The obvious, massive upgrade in the receiving core. They now have a true number one. I know Hunter Renfrow had a fantastic season last year, but ultimately a lot of that was aided by lack of target competition. And as far as Josh McDaniels coming in and implementing a completely different offense, he is the master of, like Bill touched on, not just a single running back taking on the workload. Obviously, the Raiders declined Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option in the offseason, so this will likely be his last season in Oakland. They
drafted
Vegas.
Vegas. They drafted Zamir White, who is a very talented running back. The reason he went so low is because he tore both his ACLs throughout his college career. So if he can, keep his ACLs intact, I feel like that's going to be a huge steal in the draft for the Raiders. And I eventually think that, he might take on most of the work after Jacobs leaves this season. So he's a good pickup. I like Zamir White a lot. To me, it's all on Derek Carr. They provided him a true number one receiver. Waller's back healthy. The defense is underrated. I don't think that they're like top 10 or anything like that. I don't think they're a fantastic defense. But Max Crosby's probably the most underrated pass rusher in the NFL, if I'm being honest. They have weapons on defense to make plays. But this division is all offense. It's going to be a complete shootout. And Derek Carr, on paper, is the 4th best quarterback in this division. I do have the Raiders at 10-7. I have them finishing 3rd in the division.
So I also gonna agree with you guys. I think they're gonna end up 10-7.
Dude, come up with your own opinion, man. Jesus.
We just said that you were different, man.
All right, you're fired. Get out.
Hey, hold on. We can fix that. Hang on. Give us a second. I can fix that.
I think like Bill said earlier, it's going to be, Ryan said earlier, everything's going to end up on Derek Carr. He got the weapons now. It's time for him to prove that he can do what he can do.
I don't think that he's fantastic. I think he's good, not great. I don't think Derek Carr's trash. I think as far as 4th best quarterbacks in the division go, he's easily the best of them. But
if any chance my brother-in-law Bradford Jones is watching, I'd like to say thank you. I will inform these guys off air what you just did for us. But thank you very much.
Bring that comment up.
That
Krogan, send me your email.
That's why I put him. That's why I'm doing the Broncos last.
Come on.
That's fine. Fire off the email real quick, and we'll throw you in this. I hope you have good stuff like equipment, because if not, I'm kicking you right back off. I've done it in the past. Don't think I won't.
Well, he's coming in and everything. Let's talk about the Kansas City. I
can do that. Let's do the Chiefs.
I apologize to Jake in the super chat. He said, "I'm sorry, Jake. Yeah, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings." I miss Tim Patrick. Me too, man. You know what I miss most about Tim Patrick? Him burning Trayvon Diggs. That was a great highlight.
Let's go to the Chiefs.
Ryan, you spelled Chief wrong, brother.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Sorry. So one of us put these banners in here, and it was spelled incorrectly.
I'm innocent.
It wasn't me.
Tim, Jesus, dude, you're fired. Like you can't even get the banners right.
I didn't even do it this time. Go ahead, man. You started off with the Chiefs.
Hold on a second. Google that. Yeah, Google that. I don't spell things wrong.
I'm innocent. Don't look at me.
Ow, come on. You are like my thesaurus and my dictionary. You're supposed to know these things.
Let's go, baby. I want to hear the crowd cheering. Whew.
We get off topic, guys. Let's go to
Chiefs. Let's go to the Chiefs quickly because Gina's coming on about 15 minutes. So, Kansas City Chiefs, I'll go ahead and start. Obviously, the big talk of the town is they lost Tyreek Hill, who is arguably the most dynamic player in the NFL. He can run the ball. He's faster than lightning. There's not a single cornerback that can keep up with him. And he's Patrick Mahomes' main target downfield. However, I do not think that he is irreplaceable. And that's a weird statement. Not from a talent perspective, but from the perspective that somebody or somebodies, like multiple